In this video, we're installing the 6th Element Intercooler for the 2024 and newer Toyota Tacoma. This intercooler is designed specifically for the latest Tacoma platform and works with any intake system on the market, including, of course, the 6th Element CPLT intake. Step 1. Intake and hose removal. Start by removing your vehicle's air intake system. Next, remove the hot side and cold side intercooler hoses. Each hose has 4 spring clips, 2 on each end. Pull back on the clips to release them. Now that the hot side, passenger side hose is off, remove the 2 vacuum hoses located on the intercooler inlet. Using your tool of choice, loosen the clamps, then tuck the hoses out of the way. Over on the driver's side, unplug the temperature sensor and carefully remove it with a 17mm socket. We recommend loosening the sensor with the socket, then continue loosening it by hand to ensure that the sensor isn't damaged when removing. Remove both spring clips on either end of the driver's side hose and set the hose aside. Step 2. Removing covers and hardware. Take off the top plastic radiator intercooler cover by pressing down on the clips. These clips are easy to lose in the engine bay. Ask us how we know. Now let's remove the 3 10mm bolts securing the top of the grille. All hardware that is removed will be used for reinstallation, so try not to lose any of it. From underneath the truck, remove 3 10mm bolts and 1 plastic clip from each side of the bumper. Repeat the process for the other side of the bumper. In the center, remove 2 more 10mm bolts. The fender flares need to come off as well. Each one has around 6 10mm bolts, unless you've already misplaced a few, like we have. Pop off the plastic flare and set it aside. Don't forget the small Phillips screw that connects the bumper cover to the fender. With all of that removed, it's time to carefully pull off the grille and bumper cover. This part's a little scary, but just pull outward on each side, then pop the center off. Set everything aside, but don't worry, there's still more plastic to remove. Step 3. Removing air dams and brackets. There are 3 plastic air deflectors that funnel air into the intercooler and radiator. There are a multitude of plastic clips that are a breeze to remove. Remove all clips with a flathead screwdriver and set the pieces aside. Okay, enough with the plastic pieces. Time to break out the 10mm socket. Pause the video here while you look for it. There are 4 brackets to remove across the front of the grille support, all using your 10mm socket. 1 for an AC line, 1 for the driver's side horn, 1 for the passenger side horn, and 1 for the hood latch bracket. All bolts are easy to access except the hood latch, which has a hidden 10mm bolt on the back. Use a box wrench for that one. Locate the 4 bolts that hold on the grille support crossmember. Using a 14mm socket or wrench, remove all 4 bolts to then remove the crossmember. Next, remove the 6 hidden 12mm bolts tucked in the front grille support header. Use an extension to reach them. Drop one, a magnet helps. Step 4. Intercooler and radiator separation. There are 4 10mm bolts connecting the intercooler to the radiator. Start with the bottom 2. After those 2 bolts are loosened, lift the radiator and intercooler assembly off of its support clips. No need to get fancy here. To do this, support the radiator and intercooler assembly from above. We do this using bungee cords attached to the hood latch. Just make sure you're using the prop rod to hold up the hood. Now that the top 2 bolts are accessible, remove those as well. Remove the factory intercooler. It may take some finagling. Just be gentle not to damage the radiator while removing. Step 5. Transfer OEM parts to the 6th intercooler. Transfer the factory bushings by pressing out the center sleeve, sliding the rubber bushing off of the factory intercooler, and installing them onto the 6th intercooler, starting with the bushing and then inserting the center sleeve. The 6th Element Intercooler comes with the 2 vacuum line ports pre-installed. Double-check that these are installed and screwed in tightly to the intercooler. Step 6. Install the 6th intercooler. Now it's time for the exciting part. Work your new 6th Element intercooler into the truck by placing it where the factory one was. It should rest in front of the radiator exactly where the factory intercooler was installed. This might take some patience and some more finagling, but hang in there, you can do this. Install the 4 10mm bolts. Start with the top 2, then the bottom. Before tightening, lift the whole assembly so it hooks into the factory plastic tabs, then go back and fully tighten all 4 bolts. The 6 mounting bolts can now be installed into the radiator intercooler assembly. Make sure to line up and install the 6 bolts and hand tighten before fully committing to wrenching each of them down to the recommended torque spec of 15 pound-feet. The intercooler and radiator assembly is now fully supported, and the bungee cords can now be removed. Step 7. Reassembly. Reinstall the grill support crossmember using the 4 14mm bolts and torque to 65 pound-feet. Then reinstall the 4 brackets, the 2 for the horns, the AC line bracket, and the hood latch, all using the same factory 10mm bolts. Next, reinstall the 3 plastic air guides with all of their clips. The bumper, for the most part, should snap in place before reinstalling any of the factory hardware. The top 3 bolts should go first, followed by the 2 electrical connectors that are located on the passenger side. Continue reinstalling the bumper cover by first reinstalling the tiny Phillips head screws on each side of the cover. Then line up and snap in both fender flares, using the clips to assist with aligning them, and then securing them with the array of 10mm bolts. Reinstall the 3 bolts under each fender and the 2 on the bottom of the bumper. Step 8. Final connections. Going back under the hood, let's reinstall the driver's side intake hose and ensuring the spring clips snap back into place. Thread in the temperature sensor by hand, then tighten it to 15 pound-feet of torque with your 17mm socket. Don't over-tighten. Then reconnect the sensor before moving over to the passenger side. On the passenger side, reconnect the 2 vacuum lines. Small one going to the smaller fitting and the larger going to the larger. Don't forget the hose clamps on each of the lines. Now reinstall the intercooler hose, reassuring that both ends of the hose have positive engagement with the spring clips. The top plastic radiator and intercooler cover is next with its array of plastic clips. Then reinstall your 6-element CPLT intake. Whatever intake you have. Now let's take it on a test drive and enjoy your reduced intake air temperatures, boosting your power and efficiency.